Good very early morning everyone, or good evening depending on where you are, but generally when you're watching from the NA it will be evening now. So hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Just for you disclaimers beforehand, it is very very early in the morning for me, so I apologize for any brain dips that I might have. There's a 5-minute delay on the stream and this is not the coin stream. If you want to watch the coin stream you have to watch it through the portal. Now this is the current standing that we have in the NA server, and basically it is not as tense as it looks. Pramo and Rain are both looking good at place 1 and 2. Pinsir steady in place 3, and it's actually Pinsir that is going to be versus Purple. So if Purple wins that, then they're both through. If Pinsir wins that, then we might have a tiebreaker with either Void or Straight, depending on whether they win their matches or even hate it. So all of that can still happen. The funny thing is that earlier in Asia today we had the opportunity to get a 5-way tiebreaker, but thank F that didn't happen, because that would have broken my brain trying to figure that one out. So the room invite should be up momentarily, but before that, if you are watching the coin stream, you will be watching Straight versus Rain. If you are watching Droodles, you will be seeing Purple versus Pinsir, and me, myself, I will be following Primo versus the Sunsetto Ravens, the other team from Rain that is not like really Rain, but it's also Rain. We are starting off on Dynasty's Pro. Dynasty's Pro, of course, one of the smaller maps that we have. And this is that map. You have 3 bases. Base A on the upper left side, basically a heavy base. Base B, either a cheeky early camp by fast tanks or a super heavy base. And you have base C, which is considered a mat base. Overall, I much prefer the positioning around base C, but what we notice overall is that a lot of the time we have super heavies on this map. They will go towards base B and then either push through, but it pretty much always ends in a giant brawl around the base C area. So it will be interesting to see what is going to happen here, and whether Pramo or Rain, I'm just going to call them Rain because it is standing for that, which is Predacious, who is going to take it home. It doesn't really change any of the standings, and the Sunsetto Ravens do not have any opportunity to make it into the top 4, regardless on whether or not they take it home tonight. So basically not the most exciting matches, but it will be fun all the same. So that is the map that we are going to start in. I'm going to take this away so that it's not blocking your screen, and we're just going to focus on what we can see here. Basically they still have about 3.5 minutes left to go before we actually go into the match, but we see that Pramo is not taking this all too seriously either, and that is something that I actually fully understand. The matches on the EU were similar to the ones on NA, very little riding on them, very little possible in the ways of changing the scoreboard, and even if the scoreboard was changed it wouldn't impact the top 4, so pretty much people did not take it seriously whatsoever. And I do hope the Sunsetto Ravens will at least have a full team. But we'll see, they still have about 3 minutes left to go, so plenty of time for that. In the meantime, not much else to say actually. We know all the other servers have had their top 4 finalized, and NA is the last one left. But it doesn't look to be very exciting. I would actually, as much as I like that my brain wasn't broken by the Asia server by having them get a 5-way tiebreaker and then having to figure out who the blip was going to go through, it was actually nice to have a server where it was still so close that anything could still happen. And that's something that I'm kind of missing in the other servers. Of course, place 4 is not entirely certain yet, but that kind of just depends on what is going to happen in the match of Straight. Well, actually, I mentioned the clans. Oh my god, seriously, this is what I mean. I apologize for any brain dips that I have. 2 minutes left to go before we go into the match. Sunset Raven still has only 5 players. That does not look very promising. If this is what they're gonna stick with, we basically will have one of the shortest streams I've ever had. And that is saying something, because in EU it ended with a 4-0 for one team and it was over in like 20 minutes or so. So yeah, I honestly hope that the Sunset Ravens will have a full team, because it's 3 AM and I'm not... I didn't want to stay up when it's like 7 versus 5. Come on, guys. Come on. 1.5 minutes left to go. Primo is completely readied up with a T22 medium and Mouse is Sheridan and 4 Eyes Force. And they're potentially going to go up against an FT, an E6, a Sheridan, an FV, 405 and a VK. So... like I said, we still have a minute, but I seriously hope that they do get more players. Come on. At least it's not the coin stream. It would be even worse if that was the case, because then people would actually be just waiting, and now the FE405 has been changed into a badge, because that makes it loads better. Oh, there's a Sticks player. You do see the PC icon, but PC controls will not work once the battle starts. So basically, unless it's one of those devices that has both touch and PC, it means that he literally will not be able to move. So that's not something to be very worried about. It is still a touch control tournament. But at least they have 6 players now. They have 15 seconds left thereabouts to get ready before we go into the match, and they are still missing a player. This is the professionals, guys, honestly. Icebreaker is not ready up. No, he is now with a 113, but honestly, guys, just, yeah, I know it's the last match, I know you don't stand a chance to get into the top 4, but still. Toby just said I sound really tired. Yeah, I I am. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, that is exactly what I'm thinking, Chipotle, thank you. When one team is even not taking it seriously enough to be all there. That is just, yeah. I'm not even withholding the salt over that, to be fair. Primo going a bit of every which way. Rain sticking together. But yeah, they do lack a gun, and that's going to be an issue. Rob taking some damage here. But Icebreaker is going straight on in. Rain is basically rushing, but not quite. Or basically the FT already had all his consumables activated, because that is apparently the way to go. Tanner losing quite a bit of HP but running off. Luminary is the gun that is taken out first. And Tanner is running off, followed by Even Steven. And they're basically running in circles. And we see the FT that is just going to jump down, because that is how you play TD. And Tanner takes him out. Ghost Ranger lost a ton of HP here. But 2 guns have already been taken out, because why would you take any battle seriously at this point? Come on. I do understand it's meme games and all of that, but this is just, yeah. Rob probably going to die. He does. And now we have the Badger left. 263 has been taken out. There goes the Badger, and the first match is for Primo. Real shocker there. This is not me actually being laughing out of joy. This is me laughing out of a sort of hopelessness feeling of what the fuck am I even watching at this stage. But yeah. That is the first match up and over. Very quick game. A minute and a half left before we go into the second match. Let's actually have a quick look, because I forgot to check. Less than 2 minutes. So yeah, this will probably be one of the shortest stream ever. And yeah, I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if I want to wait for all the other matches to be over, because I do expect that some of them will be taking a little bit seriously. And it is interesting to see what happens between the battle for the 4th place. Because I do feel that those clans will be actually be taking it seriously, because there's more riding on it for them. The Sunsetter Ravens still lacking a player to make a full team. And we see that the lineup has changed into an even more serious one, with a 103, a Gorilla, a Badget, a 215B and 2 Badges. On the side of Blitz, you should have Fishy stream, to be fair. He should be streaming right now. Not something I can check while streaming, because my laptop would absolutely hate me. And Primo is ready with 3 IS4s, 2 mice and an E5 and a Sheridan. I like that even despite the Sunsetter Ravens basically not taking anything seriously at all, Primo is at least taking a serious lineup for this map. Kudos to them for that. And here we go into the second match of this game. Of this matchup, I should say, the second game of this match. And yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna see another YOLO battle, and that it will be over quite quickly. They're also very polite at this stage. And let's see. I honestly, yeah, thank you to Bottle. I do feel it. And we have Tanner going towards base C. He is going to spot that bad chat. And he might missile him. He does. Bad chat starts capping. And gets shot some more. And why would you move when you're getting shot at? When you can just stay there and get shot some more. And there he goes. Even Steven is going off against an FE. The Badger is YOLOing in. Rob is taking quite some heavy fire there. But overall, this is just, yeah. Grill is reloading. The FE versus even Steven is losing a lot of HP. And is disappearing. There goes the Grill. Icebreaker is gone. There goes the FE. The Badger in the middle actually kept the base, because that is going to make all the difference in this stage. This is probably going to be my most sarcastic stream ever, and I do apologize for the people that are watching. But yeah, I hope you can forgive me for that. And that was the biggest derp of the 1A3 I've ever seen. And there we go. And the second game is over in less than 2 minutes as well. And it's for Primo with a 7-0. Well, a 6-0 I should say, because yeah, the Sunsetter Ravens do not have a complete team. The Badchat managed to do a grand total of 0 damage here. 1 minute 43 seconds. Wow. Just wow. And we are moving on to the next map. I am going to show you it because, yeah, we are going there anyway. This is the map. I have no idea what they're going to do. I have a feeling that we're going to see some full YOLO action either through base. Well, can it be any of the bases, to be fair. But I would expect YOLO action, and we'll see what happens. There's 3 bases, of course. Base B in the city square, base C in the hills, and base A in the harbor. And not much to say because, yeah, these are just battles, just ow. Aren't I glad I stayed up for this, eh? So, Primo is almost completely ready. Switching some tanks around though. And we see some E5s and Sheridans and Mouse in the T22 medium. And on the other side we see a Patton, a Grill, an IS7, a Sheridan, another Patton and a Mouse. And there we go. 1 IS4 made it into Primo's team here. Half a minute left to go before we go into the third match of this lineup. To be fair, this is Spartan just said, well, at least Amulet gets an easy tour to commentate for. I have to say, this is not easy commentating because I'm not really allowed to get salty. And there's a lot of things that I'm sort of like not saying at this stage, despite my sarcasm. Sarcasm is my best defense at this stage. But yeah. Here we go into the third match of this matchup. We'll see what they do. I I can't even just take this seriously. They actually wanted to do the hug only, HE only and all of that, and just no. Pramo focusing on the base C side. Rain going there as well. Partly, not completely. First missile being fired, and it does not pan, but he does get shot crossing over. Leaving Steven taking some damage there, but he immediately fires back. Now repositioning himself to deal with the Patton, who is now going to be massacred by multiple missiles, and there he goes. That is the end of the Patton. No, he's not. Racelin is next in line. I'm just going to try and give you a bigger and better angle. At this stage, I'm not even sure. They really don't care. Even Steven taking some damage crossing over, but there you go. Racelin is gone. We have Tantan moving in here, firing a missile and bouncing on the mouse. Missiles flying everywhere. Those pan though. The IS-7 drowned himself. Because why on earth, hey? There goes Sheridan. Luminary still alive. But barely. He's not going to survive. There you go. And now they are looking for the grill. Who's on the ship? Waiting for them. And he has been spotted now. No, he has not. But now he has. And he takes a hit there. He does take a hit. And then he's not quite going into the water. But almost. And he actually gets stopped from drowning himself. This is... Thank you, Tanner. And that is the third match up and gone. With very mature behavior and all of that. Just over 2 minutes. They actually managed to get like half a minute more. So I have to... That has to be something, I guess. Just... Wow. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go into the fourth match. And that is going to be fairly certain the last match of this matchup. And I'm fairly certain that Primo is just going to get the point. It's just... Why? Why you do this? So Icebreaker is being moved in and out. That has probably to do with the fact that he's taking a Grill and not a Sheridan. And Primo is taking 3 IS-4s, 2 Sheridans and 2 mice. So again, relative serious lineup, even though the whole action that we're seeing is not exactly serious. And it's now 5 Sheridans and 1 Leo. Oh no, one of them has taken a mouse instead. Or maybe not, it's changing again. No, we're sticking with Sheridans. To be fair, at this stage, I mean, I appreciate Primo making an effort, but at this stage, streaming any other match would be preferable. Just, what? The thing is that in Asia we have seen streams, well, we have seen battles where one team took 7 of the same tanks. In this case, it was IS Force, and it was a serious lineup, and it was seriously done, and they won. That is not exactly what I can say about these matches, though. And here we go. Last match of the evening. And I'm not even going to... This is not going to be interesting. This is not going to be like... Let's see what they do. Because honestly, it doesn't matter at this stage. All the Sheridans heading towards the harbour. At least they're not all drowning themselves, because I could see them do that. Tanner getting spotted as he goes up. And base B is being capped. All the lightly armored tanks are there. Missiles are being fired and hit. Even Steven going quite YOLO here, but even then the missiles are missing him straight off in the face. He is losing quite some HP here. But the rest of Primo is arriving to help even Steven. Ramming them all. There goes the first one. Even Tanner losing a lot of HP as well. Not sure why Chipotle shot Reich, but okay. Astolfo getting caught. Probably wanting to take out even Steven. And there he goes. Luminari wanted to do the same thing, but Primo is keeping even Steven alive. Tanner has actually been taken out though. There we go. Both of them are gone. And Primo takes home the points. That is just, yeah. 1.5 minutes. Congratulations, that's a new record. So basically, 50 minutes into this actual game stream. We've been streaming for about 28 minutes because of the whole time before and everything. But 50 minutes of game time with 6 minutes of waiting time in between. The battles are over. Primo has taken it home. I'm fairly certain the other matches are not quite done yet. And of course, the one that we want to know about most is Pincer versus Purple. Because that will determine whether or not it's certain that Purple is going through or one of the other teams is going through. That's of course also going. So, I'm actually just going to show off a replay just to show that serious gaming is still a thing and can still happen. Let's see, what have I got for you? I don't want to end it on this. You guys deserve better, and I deserve better as well. So let's see, what have I got? Overall, I've got some very nice replays. Just need to decide which one I want to show. Actually, I saved this one for an NA stream, so let's go with that. Thank you, Spartan. That name, though, of his teammate, I am not toxic, I swear. That kind of makes me suspicious that he probably is, though. So let's see. I do try to show the replays from the server that I'm actually streaming while I'm streaming. To be fair, EU was kind of a letdown today as well, with Vil being very all over the place and not very actively trying, but at least they did battle, they just failed in it. That's kind of wonder if you could see this as rigging, to be fair, because it's like going complete YOLO. And I have to point out that this is the other rain. This is not rain. So Zaite, I mispronounce this like every time. But he is going quite forwards. And I actually quite like that. Of course, he isn't a mouse, so he can afford to be a bully. And like I said, I just, at this stage, I want to end at least with a good game. And see that there are still good players in the game that can actually do stuff. So that is the first tank spotted, first damage done. And now we have a mouse in a spotting position. Jagdtiger crossing over, making it very easy to get another hit in. He has to be careful because there's tanks behind him as well. But he bounces them on his ass, so that's also a nice thing. And now he's angling more towards the enemies. But he's in a very forward position that can always go very, very wrong. But in this case, it seems to be going very right because he's been bouncing pretty much shots left and right so far. The Jagdtiger that has been very forwards can now not shoot him. The 120. There you go. Their E3 has been taken out. But this is nice because he's actually angling in a way that he's going to be able to get away with a lot. The Jagdtiger is not going to be a happy camper here. And there you go. That is what he has to be careful with. The 120 coming and doing some damage. But now the 120 is in a lot of trouble because they are communicating together. And that's another bounce. His teammate has been taken out. And basically he's facing off against 3, but it's easier to go in and see if you can deal with one. Ooh, he has some help here though. And there goes one. That was actually a high roll. That is sad to have to use it for that. But at least it's a kill shot. Let's see. We know the 268 is behind there somewhere as well. And he's actually being very careful to aim every which way. That is a nice bounce. And now he's activated his adrenaline. His team is steadily being murdered. So that's kind of the issue here. There you go. E100 is not paying attention to him at all. And there's the 268 what we were waiting for. And that was the 268. Now he takes his first damage. But he's already blocked 3.6k damage. E100 standing like that is always a nice target. And that is a nice high roll. So now there's only 2 teammates left. The E100 is still not noticing that he's getting shot inside. Taking another hit there. Now he's noticing that there's a tank over here. And they have to be careful at the same time. He also needs to make sure he has a target. He can't shoot the mouse. He's moving into a side scraping position. Which in this case is a good thing. Because he can angle towards just the E100. Nice bounce there as well. 5.7k damage done, 4.2k damage blocked so far. This is something overall to know actually, because I've noticed that if you are driving backwards, you have more of a chance. He actually is taking the shot to make sure that he can take out the E100 here, which is a good call. Because it's easier to deal with an STI, who's not going to be able to do much versus a mouse. And in this case, he does not want to share the damage with the 704, which I completely understand because the 704 has been quite useless so far. That's actually really nice. I just hope that he actually listens. Yes, he says, and then he doesn't. Because why would you? Useless. You know that your teammate is not going to be helpful when he's saying yes and then does the opposite of what he said he would do. To be fair, it's also not fair to ask your team not to shoot people, but still. Yeah, that in this case, you didn't fix your thing before you started shooting. 704 probably just wants to be helpful and doesn't understand what is happening. And now the mouse is doing it on purpose. This is something that you could potentially get reported for, to be fair. You missed by a mile there. And there we go. 6k damage blocked, 7.6k damage done, 5 kills. Insane. Steel wall, of course, with that amount of block damage. 1860 base XP. Nearly 7 minutes to game. He probably knew what was going on at that stage. No, to be fair, Dookie just said we only got 15 coins on EU. It was that short, but that was meant you could not get more than 15 coins today for any of the coin streams because there was only one round. So basically, Wargaming shortened that. I will actually have a look because that is different with the final stages that we get later on. Because then I believe you can get a lot more coins. Let's see, pinned messages. I did not pin them. We have a streamers chat where I basically posted a bunch of information that is useful for this sort of thing. But with all the talk that has been going on there, it is actually hard to find them. Let's see, for the final stages on that is this Thursday and Thursday and Saturday, you can get up to 100 coins, and the grand finals on Sunday you can get 50 coins. But yeah, there was only 15 coins available today because of the fact that there's only one round. And yes, send me that replay. I'm just going to say that right now. I'll show it right now if you do it. To be fair, I do have a list of replays that is just absolutely awesome. I actually need to start Discord for this, so hopefully my my whole laptop will not hate me for it. But an IS3 game where you've done 5.8k damage, I am curious to see that, whether it's an ace or not. In the meantime, I need to be patient and let Discord basically start itself. And we'll have a quick look in the meantime what the current standings are. I do have the Rain, of course, took it home. No surprise there. Pincer versus... Come on. This is basically me having to be patient. Pincer took it home versus Purple. Void. Are all the games over already? Come on. No, Void versus Hated is still going, and then we have a potential tiebreaker. Because that is basically, regardless of who wins, we might have a tiebreaker, and I will look at it then. Discord is being very slow to start. So yes, I do have a Spaghetti 46 replay. Just need to find it because like I said, I've got quite a few. Yeah, I'm just going to show you stuff that until I feel better. That sounds pretty bad, I know, but at this stage, I'm one of those people that if I have a losing streak, I will start playing another T and another tank until I actually win a game. And until I win a game that feels good. I'm that kind of person. And in this stage, I kind of feel cheated on by the Sunsetter Ravens, to be fair. So I'm just going to show some replays while we wait for the score to be in. And we'll see what happens. It is just showing replays, so my CPU should be okay with this. This is one of the tanks that I absolutely adore in the game. I actually am doing the raiding channels pretty much on this tank. Because I absolutely love the auto reloaders. Ooh, a little bit of a freeze there. I absolutely love the auto reloaders. And I just really enjoy driving them. I feel that they're highly competitive. And it allows you to... Wow. It allows you to make quick... they're mobile enough to cap. They have the auto reloading system, which means that you can choose to either clip someone or to just shoot round for round. T49 is going completely YOLO here. This is not going to go well, especially since he missed his shot. Or it bounced, but in any case it did not go well. T49 actually running into him even though he was trying to help. I'm not sure what he was doing there, but it was not really a full pan there, was it? And there we go. I think that's a sheriff. And now he's stuck, which is a good thing because now they can cut. Nice double tap. This is the thing, Super Pershing. DMG has actually been talking about it, like that it should get above and everything. I kind of agree because it used to be so much stronger in comparison to how it seems now. T49, this is like completely YOLO, this guy. And now Toby is moving in. 1 shot, 2 shots, and that is the end of him. Getting in each other's way a bit. All the bases are being capped, so they have to be careful with that. Someone mute that guy. If you name yourself that, you're not welcome on my channel. Actually, I'll do that. Just no. There we go. Seriously, what is wrong with people? Why would you name yourself after a virus that is literally killing thousands upon thousands of people? That is just not cool. And there we go, another base capped. T49 is still alive. Have to give him credit for that because I really did not expect that to happen. And I have a base advantage now. There goes the T49. Nice high roll there. Sheriff is in town. And now he's almost gone. Fizzy's going to take a hit for this. No, he does not, because he's actually shooting the ground rather than Fizzy. In the meantime, I think you've arrived at the point where I was talking about the coins that were available for the stream. No, you do need to aim though, Fizzy. There you go. It's a very cheeky game, but I like how they're basically running around. Batman has been taken out. But he still has some teammates left. Oof. And you can get another one in. There we go. 4.3k damage. And the kill stolen. Well done. In the meantime, Caligo has not sent me the replay, has not tagged me in places, so no replay there, but we had a very nice Fizzy ace here. $329 supremacy points as well, that also helps. So let's see, do we have a definite top 4 already? Let's see. Nope, that is still going. So they are actually taking it seriously, and that is, I think, the only match today that is not being streamed. Oh, the irony. But yeah. Let's see, what else have I got for you? I'm going to play just one more replay and then we'll probably call it a night, because by then I should hope that it is known what we're going to what the standard, what I can't brain anymore, seriously, what the final score is. There you go. Actually, we've seen one side of the Fizzy brothers, and we're going to go for the other one. And Fizzy is actually there as well. And they're up against a fake GNA. Look at that. No dashes. That is fake. But yeah, Squishy. Great minds think alike. But yeah, Squishy is actually Fizzy's brother. And he's really sweet. He is very eager to learn. And that is something I can always appreciate in players. GNA has never been about the stats. I've always been about the attitude. You can be absolute crap at the game, but as long as you fit in as a person, you would definitely just be welcome. That is being said, though, we basically have to recruitment is closed and all of that, and that has more to do with the fact that they ooh, that's a juicy target. But yeah, recruitment is closed, and that has more to do with the fact that we're not really looking to expand, and we make basically the exceptions that we make are for people that we've known for a very long time. They're sort of sticking together. Both teams have a base, so no real pressure. Oof, their team is getting... Well, some of their teammates are getting absolutely hammered, though. Spaghetti 46 making short work of Fizzy here. They kind of need to not let him. He's reloading his clip right now. There we go, nice double tap. And they're sort of hesitating at the same point as well. This is like, if you're going to go YOLO at someone, that is nice, but make sure that there's not two clippers there that can basically murder you. And there you go. And there goes the Ferdinand. Oof, nice bounce. Base C is being stolen. And Squishy decides to go help Fizzy. I have to point out, by the way, that this is his very first game in this tank, which makes it all the more special in my opinion. And there you go. And there you go. Nice skill stealing here. And his team is actually not doing too bad. Base B now being stolen. No, you can't really shoot him there, can you? This is why you should always carry calibrated. Because it makes all the difference in the world. And now she's being very cheeky. Let's see. Especially when they're standing like that, just makes it very easy to get some shots in. And there we go. And now we can just afford to reload in peace. 2 shells all to do it. Ooh, not quite. And now he has to wait. Hey, Iggy. And there we go. 3.1k damage for a very first game in this tank. 4 kills. Very nicely done. Love the teamwork of both, to be honest. Just the way that they coordinate together and everything. So let's see. Do we have a final score yet? Still no replay in Discord, by the way. The IS3 game might have never happened. And let's see. Nope, still not known. So basically I've woken up for 15 minutes of game time in tournament games. And absolutely nothing else. Let's see, what else can I show you? Honestly, I'm not sure if we can get a full replay. Well, technically, yes, of course I can show you another replay, but it kind of has to be over at some point, doesn't it? And I never know if it taking so long to load actually means that there's another score or not. No, it's not. But that is basically the match that we are waiting for. Let's see. At this point I'm again at this stage, like, what do I want to show you at this stage? Basically, if you have replays that you want me to show off, not like right now, but just in general, then join my Discord. The server link is in the description. And we'll have a look. Let's see. Oh god, so we drove the Sheridan again. And actually, I've already shown 2 games with Toby. I should show you something else. Let's see. This is something that I haven't shown yet. Let's have a look. I think I haven't shown it yet. But if it has, my memory is so crap that I can enjoy it all over again, so yeah. This is a tank I've basically been ignoring it for the most part. I've not played it much. Also, to be fair, I've not played tier 10 much because with the missiles I actually do not like tier 10 that much. So I've mostly actually been playing tier 6 and tier 8. Tier 8 ratings and tier 6 overall. Because I absolutely adore the Fury, and I like that it's not all that serious. The whole gameplay at tier 6 is more relaxed. And overall less salty, because oh my god, people are so salty in the game these weeks. I think the whole lockdown thing is getting to people, and I'm not even kidding there. I think it really is. And that is one reason why we have a lot of very angry people in a lot of places. Just look at this guy going absolutely YOLO. He's not going to survive for long here. And Totales needs to aim. Oof. Yeah, he kind of needs to not be here. Wait, is the SCB now cutting at this team? What exactly is he angry about? Hello. Pattern is in line that I still need to grind. I just generally can't be arsed, to be fair. Doesn't interest me enough. This pattern is kind of cute though. Looks completely clueless. No idea what he's doing. And he kind of has to make sure to take him out here. Oh, bless. And that is the end of the pattern. Oof, nice bounce. Do you want to get shot by the E75 or the E50? That is basically the choice he had. And now he has the pattern corps to actually help him with this. And get a nice tracking shot. Just has to be careful not to over-angle. It's moments like this that you snipe mode for, to be fair. Shots like that, I like that. And another tracking shot. And his team has now arrived to help. And we are 4k damage, 4.5k damage already into it. And there's only the E50M left. That is making it quite nicely and quite easy by peeking out like that. Especially when he bounces. So he now has the choice to either wait for him to peek out, because that is what he keeps on doing, or to just go after him and see what happens. You have the bases, they have massive amount of guns, so they don't need to be careful in any way. In this case, this is the kind of thing I would go YOLO, because it doesn't matter if I die or not. Oof. That is brutal, but still 5.1k damage in a very, very cheeky game. 1509 base XP. Only some supremacy points from the kills. But very, very nice. So let's see, do we have a definite top 4 now? Yes, we do. Hated took it home. That means that Hated now has 3 points along with Purple. So what happened between Hated and Purple? Because I have I've not looked into that at all. This means with Hated winning from Purple, that Hated is through. Because that is the whole tiebreaker thing. The first thing that they look at is the matches against each other. So that is awesome. So that is quite a different score than you would expect now. Because Purple losing to Pincer means that they are left with the 3 points that they had. Hated winning. Come on. It would help if you actually loaded. Yeah, I know. Hated winning from Void gave them another point. So that means that they're on 3 points as well. And that means that it's about the score between Hated and Purple. And Hated won from Purple. So that means that Hated is through to the top 4. So we have... It's actually listed like... Oh god, the points. I just hate it when it's like this. I wish it would just update to basically confirm my suspicions. Because at 3:46 AM I'm not really paying attention much to what is happening. Well, I'm not trusting my brain all that much. But yeah, it should be Primo, Rain, Pincer and Hated that have gone through to the final stages. Just going to see if it's actually updated the scoreboard yet. It has not. But that is basically the score that we are looking at. Hated through because of this win and because of Purple's loss. If Purple had won from Pincer, then they would have been through. And let's see actually what would have happened if Void had won. Then Purple would have been through. So Void losing to Hated means that Hated is through to the final stages. I not show realistic replays on stream because basically they're not like games. I want aces only. At least for stream replays. And TS7 and I at that. So I just want the scoreboard to like finally update it. Updates once every 5. There we go. And now it's listed as it should. Primo, Rain, Pincer and Hated top 4 for the NA server. And that means that I can go to bed. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being patient with me as well. Thank you Primo for the games. And for the replays and everything. At least we ended with seeing some quality gameplay. So it's not all lost. So thank you all for everything. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it despite all the weirdness. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. Because then I will be streaming all 3 servers as well. And then we have the final stages. So things are going to be exciting. But for now, again, thank you all for watching. And have a very good night. Bye bye.